Um, yeah, it's win in advance. We're really excited to have a good win. I thought offensively, we did some really nice things out there. Of course, I got the right people flanking me on my sides here. They did a great job scoring. Like I said, Taylor Soule kind of took over on the board, 16 boards. I think that's her career high in points. I knew just from watching her in practice the last couple of days, Cam was going to be back on her A game, and Marnelle finally found her sweet spot with her shot. And I love the fact that we only had 11 turnovers. So I think at the end of the day, Quinnipiac's a very good team, a well-coached team. But I like the way we moved the ball and played with a lot of energy.
Open up for questions.
Coach, just generally, how does a tournament win differ from just a normal season win? Obviously,
It means another chance to play and a little bit elongated time to be together. So if we can, the more we can play, and especially if we can keep getting home games, it just means a lot for us and for these seniors.
And then before we get into individual performances, how big do you think those shots were at the end of the first and second quarter for like just giving us the momentum?
Yeah, really big. I thought that was nice too for just, like Gay and that big shot, Kay Lively. I think that just gives her that extra boost of confidence as well.
And I think Caverly, I'm not sure you say the other one, Dewey's had like 2/3 of their points. So great performances. Could you just comment on them?
Yeah, and they move really well without the ball, and then with the ball, like I thought Rose on the perimeter did a really nice job shooting three, and that was a little bit unexpected. I think was 6 for 8 from the 3-point line, and we went into the game saying more of a capable 3-point shooter, just like get your hands up. But we had to switch gears on that a little bit. We probably did that a little bit too late as far as switching that.
And then Taylor, great job. Congratulations on your game tonight.
Thank
Career
you.
high and 16 rebounds. Pretty crazy. What does it mean for you to do that in front of a home crowd in one of your biggest games of your career?
Personally, that's great. Honestly, the game flowed for me today. But I'm really happy that we could get a team win. And I just have teammates that hype me up and give me energy and allow me to play my game freely and do these sort of things. And so shout out to them. But it's always nice to have a nice game personally at home.
And then Cam, similar question. 20 points is pretty solid as well. How meaningful is that for you to put up that performance in a huge game, and especially alongside Taylor?
It's good. It's always good when your shot's falling. It's pretty simple. And I mean, coming off last game and then FSU, definitely going back on this is an improvement for me, especially just not letting my confidence continue or my confidence to lack continuously. And so that was good, just seeing the ball go in the hoop and getting the win, most importantly, and going on to Sweet 16.
And I think seeing 0 turnovers is pretty impressive for the non-minute play. That was exciting.
And you guys did a pretty good job just all night of limiting turnovers. Was that like a game plan coming in, or did it just happen?
It's always a part of our game plan. We just don't necessarily always stick to it. So I was glad today we stuck with just taking care of the ball.
And then last one for me, Marnelle, 13 points is definitely a lot, but how much easier is it for everyone else when Taylor and Cam are having that kind of game?
Oh yeah, it's so easy. Not so easy, but it makes it a lot easier because it puts a lot of pressure on their defense if we can score from many avenues. So I think we had one of the best, I think, overall scoring. Like they killed it, but then we also had some people on the bench scoring. So I thought it was amazing to see everybody involved.
It's nice when people were knocking out shots. Got caught up in the air. Heard Marnelle from the back of my head. Cecil. Freshman Cecil, 100%. I was like, thank God it's winning.
Taylor, double-double before the first half even wrapped up. What was Quinnipiac showing you that allowed you to take advantage early and often?
I think it was like credit to them and their effort, but I think I just went into the game knowing how dominant I can be. And so my teammates always tell me like I can hit my jump shots, but not to settle. And so today I didn't, and I was able to get to the basket. And so that's just kind of where that came from today. Yeah.
A mid-major like Quinnipiac, a lot of coaches will oftentimes tell you that you have a tendency to play down to their level. You guys, obviously, with 90+ points today, were able to stay at that high ACC level of play. How were you guys able to keep that high rise and not be able to fall down to that mid-major level?
I can take this one. I think that one thing is being in this tournament, but playing teams that maybe those mid-majors and stuff who do have a good record. I think that has been important, and we keep saying it. don't let them surprise us. Don't underestimate them. Like, we got to play our game. We got to keep playing 100% every time. And coach always says, play like we're down to with 40 seconds left. And I think that we did a really good job of that tonight and executed the game plan and get the ball to T when we needed it, her to hit those shots, and just took advantage of the weaknesses that they had, but also took advantage of our strengths.
Good answer.
All right, Dan.
Down the end of the third quarter there, it was, I think, down to about 10. But Quinnipiac had that little run. Coach, what kind of opened up in the fourth quarter to just go on a run there in the fourth and really extend it, take a 10-point game and kind of blow it out?
Yeah, I think both in probably the second and the third quarters, we just kind of had a little bit of lull defensively. Like, we were maybe getting caught up in their pin down screens or in their cross screens, kind of just getting hung up a little bit. And all they needed was like an inch, it seemed like, where we were pinching in and helping in too much off of people that had already proved in the first quarter they could shoot the ball. So I think we didn't have the momentum in those 2 quarters going for us on the defensive end. But then I thought going into the fourth quarter, everybody kind of just looked more inspired to, hey, we're going to be in lockdown mode. And defensively, I think we're a team that when we play well defensively, kind of everything else comes. And, these guys on my left and right hitting shots and playing out of their mind, that's the way I know they can play. And I just think it means a lot more to them right now. Like, we're playing for something, and that's to go win this tournament and play as hard as we can each game. So they're very motivated to do that. I don't have to really say all that much. Like, in the timeouts, they're already coaching themselves, saying, come on, guys, we got to do this. We got to do that. We got to hit the boards. And, they were a fun team to coach tonight without question.
And for all 3 of the players, you get down into these types of games, and it really felt like there were times when the offense was working and rotating and getting the passes, but then everyone's also crashing the boards or finding the right way to crash the boards. From a communication standpoint, when you contrast that against fast break points, I think in the first quarter, Taylor had that run down the court where she had practically an uncontested layup. When you're able to break out those 2 types of scenarios, the half court, but be able to play defense and get out into the full court, how important is that to just be able to run and go within the system, but then at the same time be able to mentally check in when you absolutely have to?
Good, no.
I think we've always been told, like, if we have opportunities, we're always look to push like instantly. Like, we got defense rebounds and we outlet it, and we want to run our transition, our primary. And then if it's not easy in transition, we want to settle down. So I think mentally we're always looking to push, but we're not looking to force. If it's open layups, like, we always want to throw those up because we know we have people that can finish. But then if not, like, we know our half court offense is like really solid. So then we get into that. And after pushing hard, it gets the defense scrambling. So we were able to get into half court sets easier.
And then just last, you gain another game, and each game is, kind of has that same win or die mentality to it. But how, I know you get to celebrate a little bit, but is there a part of it where you take that breath and say, okay, we made it through this round, or is it celebrate and it's not relief? It's push forward and expect to get into the next round and expect to continue pushing forward here?
I got this one. I think that no matter what, we have something to prove, and we're not going to stop until we do it. And we have that celebration, like, yes, but it's not a celebration of, oh yeah, we won. It's a celebration that, okay, we get to play next. And so I think it's more of that. And I don't think it's like, oh, great win like that. Like, we can celebrate for this night, but it's to celebrate that we get to go and continue to work to proving everyone wrong.
So, right. You see that right there? That's a chip on her shoulder. It's what they all got. They all got. I think that we want to really play hard and we want to prove ourselves. I'll speak for everybody. I know as the coaching staff, we want to make sure everybody knows, what Boston College women's basketball is made of, and how special this group is.
All right, Coach, I've asked you before. I know was this as close to a complete 40 minutes as you might want, or is this still something?
It's never. We had a really good first quarter, a really good fourth quarter.
Okay. That's great. Thanks.
But it was fun. I see everybody that went in the game. There was no let up. There was no letdowns. That was exciting. That's one of the first games we've had like that, where it didn't matter who we rotated in. They were ready to go and they were ready to play, and that was fun.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.